my god, are we painting?
I'm gonna paint you.
With chili pepper paste. Dear God, I hope not. This is what paint tubes look like for those that aren't artistically inclined.
Welcome back to Hot Girl Kitchen with your favorite hot girls, Melissa
And Matt.
And as you just discovered, we love to ramble, but before we start rambling on, what are you guys going to do?
I have a feeling it's going to be subscribe is what they're going to do.
And just feel free to watch our videos. I mean, you guys are really starting to let us down as a whole, and it's okay.
Actually, I think they're starting to lift us up. I mean, we're like kind of, it's getting rude to our actual fans that are recurring viewers and subscribe, and like we have to show our appreciation for them as well.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you lifting us up, and the rest of you that are bringing us down. It's time to pick up the slack.
So you're probably wondering, wow guys, what is this amazing pasta dish? Because you can obviously see we're making a little pasta, which we haven't done. When was the last time we made a pasta? It has been a little while.
I don't know. When was the last time you ate a pasta? This is very predictable. She eats pasta like 8 days of the week.
Probably last week. But this pasta isn't just any pasta. It is the iconic Carbone spicy rigatoni. Now, if you've ever been to Carbone, which I have not, but everybody I'm surrounded by, aka my boyfriend and all his friends, they love Carbone.
Boyfriend?
Or my roommate, sorry.
Oh yeah, I was like...
Sorry, my roommate.
This is a new title.
My roommate.
Yeah.
We had a romantic morning. So...
Wow, isn't that crazy when your roommate turns romantic? It's really different.
So they all love Carbone, which there's a few locations. I was lucky enough by one of our friends who knows the secret recipe, who shared it with me. So this is as close as you guys are going to get.
That sounds like top secret. Are we going to get sued for copyright infringement?
I kind of think maybe, but I'm just going to hope for the best. I don't know. She didn't really say, please don't share this, but...
Well, I mean, is she subscribed to the channel? We won't say her name for fear of, we don't want her to have to go into witness protection. Yeah. But, I mean, if she subscribes to the channel, then I think she had to have known that there is a chance you would be broadcasting it to the world. I think she follows our Instagram for sure. So, yeah, she knew we'd be broadcasting it to the world. Happen. It's for the greater good, and she was doing God's work.
So we are going to teach you guys how to make the iconic Carbone spicy rig. Now, they do have these special rigatoni type pasta. How do you even pronounce that?
LUMACONI.
LUMACONI.
I used to take Italian lessons, and
I just started.
Did you really? Ciao.
Ciao.
Buongiorno.
I'm
Is
actually
that
Italian? Yeah. These are special noodles that they use. You're going to they actually make them in-house, but you're probably going to have to order. You won't be able to find them.
Are these, they make, like, this is actually from them?
No, but they make, this is the type of pasta they make, but they make theirs in-house. This is just ordered from Amazon, which you are going to have to order it because you probably will not be able to find it. I've looked anywhere and everywhere for it.
I have a feeling if you're really in a pinch, you can maybe substitute it.
You can use regular rigatoni, but if you really want to be authentic, this is it. So you're also going to need tomato paste.
Not to be confused with your oil paints. Please do not mix those two together and put your red paint in the dish. I think that might ruin it a bit.
You're going to need some chili pepper paste, butter, lots and lots of butter. We also are going to need more than just a stick. We've already started melting some butter, so really just a minimum of 2 sticks of butter. Love
a good clogged artery.
Yep. We're going to use an entire whole white or sweet onion, diced. I already pre-chopped it to save some time. You're going to need a can of whole peeled tomatoes. So what we did is I took them out and chopped them up prior to us filming to get them ready to rock. And I also saved the juice for our sauce. So you're going to need that to kind of get the juice rolling.
Could they substitute like diced tomatoes, or is there a reason why it's like this way? Oh, maybe there's more juice in the whole one.
There is more juice, and they're just diced are a little bit, in my opinion, harder. Just get the whole peeled and chop them up. Don't be lazy.
Okay.
And then heavy whipping cream. Now, as we go, there's a chance we may add some, you know how we love to add some spices on the fly. We may add some red pepper flakes, this and that. You'll probably need a little bit of olive oil down the road. So those things are going to be kind of as we go.
We're using minced garlic, not...
Yeah, we're going to use some minced garlic because I don't have a garlic cube. We're just going to throw some spoonfuls in there. But to get started, all you're going to need to focus on is your onions. Now, this is a pretty time-consuming pasta. So this, if you're making it for some people, you're going to want to start pretty advanced and kind of leave it on low and just be in the kitchen or be in the house while the onions are cooking. So we are going to poach these onions in butter and water, and it's going to take at least an hour at a minimum.
What does poached mean? Is that when you put the lid on top?
Just soften. It's just another word of how you cook them.
No lid involved.
But because of the water, because you know how you poach eggs in water?
No, I don't make poached eggs. I don't know how
so
to
you
do
poach,
that.
To make a poached egg, you would put it in water, so it's the same concept. You're making it in water.
Okay.
To soften it.
Oh, that's sweating is when you put the lid on, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no water really involved with when you're sweating them.
It's really fascinating to learn all this jargon, this culinary jargon.
That's why you guys should subscribe to us, because you're going to really expand your horizons in the kitchen.
Melissa brings the culinary jargon, and I bring the basic English language. Together, we're unstoppable.
So I guess we're going to jump right in and start poaching our onions. So right now we have at least 2/3 of a stick of butter melted and 2 cups of water. So we're getting this kind of, the butter was already melted, we added in the water, we're going to like let it kind of get warm again. We don't really need to wait for it to boil because this is going to be a long cooking process. You're going to add in your whole onion that you've diced up. And we're going to just give it a quick little stir here. And as you can see, this is a lot of water. 2 cups is a good amount of water that is completely submerging the onion.
Right. Our onion is drowning.
It is. And the purpose of poaching them here is you do not want them to brown. You want them to be soft and cooked, but not browned. So that is why we're going to be doing this. We're going to have it on very low heat.
Low and slow, baby.
Low and slow, baby. I have it, well, right now I kind of have it on medium to kind of get this water up to a little bit of a boil here. But as soon as we like leave it alone and go and do other things, we are going to turn it down to low with the lid on. And we're just going to check on it every like 10 to 15 minutes. Give it a nice stir. Make sure, you know, we're not getting carried away. So that is kind of where you're going to be at for these with your lid.
Oh, so you do put a lid on.
I said that, yeah.
Okay, I was confused.
Yeah.
I really needed to Merriam-Webster here to define...
the poaching situation?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're back on low. It's definitely hot. It's not necessarily up to a boil, but you can tell it's about to be, so...
Right, and when you cover it, it's going to get hotter in there.
Yep, and they're just going to cook within themselves, soften, hence the poaching. And like I said, remember not to brown them. Okay, so as you see, we poached our onions. It's been at least an hour, maybe closer to an hour and 30 minutes. It's cooked out. They're not browned, which is what we're going for. In a separate, well, actually, in a pot, boil your salted pasta water. Get that boiling. And in a separate pan, we're going to get some oil.
Oh my God, I didn't even see the other pan over there. You're just full of surprises.
Oil, and then we're going to add in our garlic that we are not going to burn. I'm doing a lot because we love garlic here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would say that is a lot.
I'm doing 3 large teaspoons. And
it's like almost like 3 cups at this point.
And then we're just going to let this cook, not brown, just start, you know, getting fragrant and cooking. So right now, we're just going to turn that down a little. We are going to add tomato paste. I'm going to do however much I want. I'm really...
okay, that's very precise.
Yep, I don't have a precise measurement. Because I'm going to do a big amount, I might actually do a good, at least half of this. And you're also going to take your chili pepper paste. Now you want to be careful because I made this before and I did a little too much chili pepper paste. So right now I'm just doing like,
I think that's probably
two
enough,
little.
that's super spicy, right?
I wouldn't say super, but like with too much of it, then it's super spicy. So we're gonna start stirring this in with our oil and garlic, getting this more saucy.
Ah, yes, we love a saucy moment.
Mm-hmm. And then after we sauce this up, we are going to move it in with our onions over here. So I now mixed in our garlic, our paste, and with our onion. As you can see, look at it. It's starting to look yummy.
Yeah, because the onion itself was looking a little strange, not going to lie.
So we're going to add in our chopped up whole tomatoes. Remember, we chopped those up earlier. That's 1 can of them already chopped, and we're going to start mixing this throughout. We're going to let this cook for a little until we, start to produce a sauce. And as I'm cooking, I'm probably going to start adding a little bit of the juice. We're going to save the juice here. And we have tomato paste here and our heavy whipping cream. And we're just going to, as it's cooking down, add a little bit of that. Once I think it's hot enough and cooked enough, I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream and see how much more we need to go from there. So right now, I added all of our juice from our tomatoes. I let it cool down a little because I don't want the cream to break.
Off the heat.
Yeah, it's probably still pretty hot. So I'm just going to add a little bit of heavy cream, mix that, and just see how we're doing here. So you want it to get like orangey, I guess, is the appropriate word for it. And then eventually I am going to put it back on the lowest heat possible to kind of reduce it down as much as possible. But, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to add just a little more cream. And if I feel like it's not spicy enough, because I remember I said I overdid it the last time I made this, so I probably underdid it a little this time just
but she did add a little more.
I just want to be on the safe side. So you do have to definitely try this as you're going because you don't want to waste all this sauce and then it be like too spicy. It's more of an after spice, not like an immediate spicy in your mouth. It's like once you swallow it, it's like, oh, it's like burning in me type of thing.
Oh my god, not burning in you. That sounds like an STD.
Ew.
Any good Italian should know that they should be tasting their sauce as they cook it. And if you didn't know that, welcome to the club. Buongiorno. Wow.
I'm so impressed. I may have outdone myself.
I mean, it's entirely possible. Word on the street is so this Carbone's place that we're emulating is very poppin'. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce go there.
A lot of celebs go there.
Jay-Z just made like $100 million or $800, like some ridiculous amount of money, like on one deal or something. So I'm eating this, manifesting that for myself. So let's take a gander. And what are these? These are rigatoni?
No, remember, we threw the bag away. Remember, was that start with an L?
Oh yeah, I remember. I pronounced it. It was like 15 hours ago at this point because our sauce
Lumacelli?
Something like that. Luma something.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you told me this was going to be rigatoni.
It's the spicy rig because people don't know what it's.
Oh, what the actual noodle is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called spicy rig, but this is not a normal rigatoni noodle.
So I was going to say this looks like a delicious rigatoni experience, but I knew it was some kind of interesting noodle, so I didn't want to offend the noodle.
It is.
Oh my god. I can feel the 800 million coming my way already. After one bite.
And I'll tell you what, your fave could literally never do this. She could Google.
It's often imitated, never duplicated. But guess what? Hot Girl Kitchen has the real recipe. So, this is about as close as you peasants at home are going to get. Hurry
You folks at home. Man, this is...
really is bomb.
Incredible. How do I say it?
Incredible. Incredible. Okay. I mean, in Melissa's defense, I know none of you at home expected her to know Italian, considering that she barely has a grasp on the English language.
I just started my lessons, and we haven't hit that word yet.
Yeah. Come back in a few weeks. Maybe we'll try again. I think maybe you should start taking English lessons, too, for just the basics. You know? That was not any one of her lessons, I bet. I think she learned that elsewhere.
Real hot girl shit.